government must be lean, efficient, and effective, doing well the things that only government should do, and removing obstacles for the private sector.
What government aims to do well over the short to medium term is facilitate accelerated economic growth and job creation in Jamaica. With a lean but well-structured budget of approximately $385.8 billion, the Ministry of Finance is helping to lay that foundation in fiscal year 2017-2018. The bulk of the ministry's recurrent expenses is to make debt servicing payments in the amount of $137.85 billion. Money is also being allocated to make pension payments to public sector workers and administer the operations of Tax Administration Jamaica and the Accountant General Department. More than $26 billion is provided for general public services. Of that amount, $10.6 billion is for contingencies, including provisions for groups that have not yet concluded wage negotiations for the 2015-2017 contract period. The allocation also allows for compensation adjustments that may arise from new wage negotiations between the government and public sector bargaining groups.
And I do look forward to the next round of negotiations, which we will settle very speedily.
Outstanding salary arrears to groups in the public health sector is also factored in the contingency funds, as are special consumption tax on fuel refund to the PCJ and costs associated with the public sector transformation program.
We need the capital expenditure to be done, projects to be implemented, jobs to be created. It's part of our growth agenda. Is part of achieving 5 and 4.
The Finance Ministry has a sizable capital budget in the 2017-2018 fiscal year, most of which comes from the Consolidated Fund. As is expected, the largest portion of that amount is to pay down on the public debt. But the Capital A budget also makes room for some important infrastructure projects, including the construction of the Falmouth Tax Office to provide improved and efficient tax services to the public. $158.48 million is provided to complete that construction and furnish the new building. The Finance Ministry is also supporting government's economic growth and job creation agenda by providing the Port Authority of Jamaica with a $1.5 billion loan to facilitate the expansion of business process outsourcing centers in Montego Bay and Portmore. And government is setting aside $500 million in contingency money to rehabilitate public infrastructure in the event of a natural disaster. Jamaica's multilateral and bilateral partners are also providing $2.5 billion to help finance capital projects in the new fiscal year. Through a loan from the Inter-American Development Bank, $1.6 billion is allocated to continue work under the Fiscal Administration Modernization Program. This year's targets include the continued modernization of tax administration, as well as the strengthening of the debt management and central treasury management systems and customs control and security.
We can't achieve 5% growth in 4 years if we don't have a customs that is responsive, that is efficient, that makes things happen.
In further support of that growth strategy, $21.67 billion is allocated to support public sector transformation within the Finance Ministry. Another $887 million will be spent on the broader strategic public sector transformation project. And $2.4 million is provided for the Jamaica Business Taxation Reform JAM Tax project, which began in February 2014 and is projected to conclude in August of this year. The objective is to improve the regulatory, institutional, and administrative framework for business taxation by reforming the tax appeal process and legislative framework.
The task to invigorate economic growth and to sustain it is urgent.
We're not talking about cutting corners. We're talking about expediting processes.